May 2nd, 2015, from Grant Park in Chicago, Illinois. It was the 2015 NFL Draft, and with the 117th pick overall, the 18th pick in the 4th round, acquired from the San Diego Chargers, the San Francisco 49ers select Blake Bell, the tight end from Oklahoma, and the former Sooner is 6'6", 252 pounds. He played 3 years as a quarterback before transitioning to the tight end position in his senior season. So as a quarterback, he actually had a passing percentage of 59.3, and he had 1,763 passing yards and 12 touchdowns and 6 interceptions. And as a tight end, he had 214 receiving yards off of 16 receptions and 4 touchdowns. But as a quarterback, he actually ran the ball a lot and had 631 yards rushing and 24 rushing touchdowns, as they used to bring him in the goal line situations to come in and just power the ball in, because he's a very big physical player, especially with that size, being 6'6", and 252 pounds. But let's look at his times and numbers at the combine. And in the 40-yard dash, his time was 4.8 seconds, tops at his position. The bench press, he put up 14 reps. His vertical jump, 33 inches. His broad jump, 116 inches. His 20-yard shuttle time was 4.32 seconds, tops at his position. And his 60-yard shuttle time, 11.81 seconds, also tops at his position. So he's a really smart player. They call him the Belldozer. And like I said, he converted, to tight end from quarterback, as he was, really as a quarterback, he wasn't so much, prolific in the passing game, as he was more just a very physical, athletic runner. So he's really big, physical, athletic. He got those touchdowns, especially the 24 rushing touchdowns. He caught 4 touchdowns last year. But with his, his knowledge from that quarterback position and studying that position, he understands the passing game in a way that not everybody does. And we've seen other quarterbacks transition into receivers going to the next level. Of course, he did get, time in the senior year at Oklahoma as a tight end. He had some success there. He's got big hands, 10-inch hands. He can catch the ball really well. He's very good at catching. And he can also, like I say, he can run the ball, so sometimes you could have him line up in like a fullback position in the backfield, also in the goal line. He does have to work some on his blocking, as that's not really his forte per se. Like I said, he's definitely showed a lot of improvement as a tight end as the season progressed there in Oklahoma. From the beginning to the end of the year. By the end of the year, he was looking more natural in the position, although he still does need to, put in some work. He had more time at quarterback, obviously, the 3 years he played at quarterback. But he definitely has a lot of potential and a lot of value. And, the huge, ceiling, he could, definitely turn out to be a really good talent at tight end. As we've seen in the past, players transition from even basketball to tight end, or even we've seen quarterbacks become receivers. So with his size, if he adds a little bit more strength, a little working out in the weight room, he could be a little more physical. But already he's definitely, a threat in the passing game. Like I say, he's got good hands, and he also has that potential to maybe, catch people off guard. Maybe he ends up lining up in a fullback position and getting a handoff down in the goal line. So he's definitely got some versatility. And, there's different, ideas out there. Some people say, oh, he's too raw. But then there's other people who say he has the potential to be one of the better tight ends of this draft class. So, it could go either way. You won't know until he gets on the field, and also once he gets into the NFL, see, where he, picks up what he picks up, if he ends up turning out to improve his blocking, or if he just becomes more of a pass-catching tight end, as that seems to be more what he's prone to be at this moment. But we shall see as, time moves forward. But I think it's an interesting pick here. I think it's a good pick, too. Like I said, I like the fact that he has that time at quarterback. Former quarterbacks, like I said, understand the game in a different capacity because of the way that it kind of things kind of start with the center, and center around the quarterback in terms of game planning and all that. So he understands it from almost like a coaching aspect, and to get that from a tight end is something that's kind of rare. So that was an interesting pick. I think it's a good pick. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. If you like this pick or you thought maybe the Niners should have went with a different position or player. Definitely interested to read your thoughts and opinions. Thank you very much for listening. It is greatly appreciated. I hope you're having a good day and have a great weekend and enjoy all the sports.